Happy 2026. Where's the poetry people? Imagine 1 year ago we dropped the first video in this Where's the Poetry series. 1 year later we still here. Blessings. The purpose of this originally was for me to engage more people in literary techniques, raise the profile of literature as a field of study. As time passed, it kind of turned into something else. Something that seemed to be the elevation of Caribbean culture, the awakening of folks realizing there's a strong literary element in our craft. And I'm happy to be part of that. I'm not feta, far from, but I appreciate good literary work. And Where's the Poetry is the opportunity to bring these two seemingly distant worlds together. So share the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's find the poetry in your favorite songs. Today, we start with Kaya by Freetown Collective.
Step out of my dreams to my real life. Girl, I wanna know you like.
Muwakil, Lyons and Mevon Sodden came together to pen one of what is a kind of classic for the 2026 season. Kaya is a groovy, poetic soca focusing on a man's muse on a woman. I googled the song just to hear what it was to actually hear the song itself, and the little Google AI, it tell me that Kaya is a rich, sweet coconut jam from Southeast Asia. But it also in itself means rich. So when he bawlin Kaya, Kaya, it's an expression of absolute euphoria and good feelings. Kaya is also a slang made popular by Bob Marley for marijuana, the weed. So his expressions are also associated with an out-of-body high. Verse 1, immediate contrast. Step out of my dreams into real life. Cause girl, I want to know what you feel like. The girl and the thoughts of her existed in his dreams. And now he's moving on making the dreams real. So in a way he don't tell the girl, I've been dreaming about you all the time. Hyperbole follows with come closer to me, let the stars align. When this girl come close, everything is aligning. Now we know that the term stars aligning is a metaphor for universal idealness and rightness. One of the most beautiful lines you will hear this season comes next. In the middle of the night, bring me sunshine. Oh gosh, this is one of those loaded lines. Metaphor. Because if we look at it deeply, night could represent hardship, darkness, emotional dystopia, while the sunshine is love, hope, and emotional clarity. Now, a song like a tarot card reader is also hyperbole, as the metaphor in itself is built on the exaggeration of that. And for those who looked at last season, you will see all these devices closely related. It's up to the writer to decide how skillfully go and use it, and Mohammed and them do it real skillful there. And of course, there's some contrast again, night, day, sunshine, etc. The power of contrast does highlight one thing in a greater way by holding it up to our next thing. That's what contrast is all about. Like a strong man will look extra strong if he not pictured skinny people. A tall man extra tall if he not pictured short people. A ugly man extra. You get the point, right? Now the pre-chorus to me is reminiscent of Cocotte last year, primarily because of the refusal to name the woman. Remember, Miss How She Name? Right. Well, here we have a Miss Lady, and that gives the song accessibility. As I mentioned before, as anybody could fit themselves in this song. Last year I mentioned that it might be some version of a call and response technique, and I'm starting to realize it's very, very effective. Then the song goes on. She have a pot on the fire, burn a flame when she cooking. Metaphor, of course, the pot on the fire could be her aura, it could be her lower extremities, and her cooking could be a dancing, she cooking up something just right, or just her general vibes. However, whatever it is boiling over, and at some point, every man would have described or felt like a woman was causing them, or she herself was boiling over. Me alone? Okay, cool. But I like that whole pot vibes. My favorite line though, she have a government name, but I call she good looking. Some overzealous activists will say, oh God, that is cat calling, you're mashing up the carnival. I counter that with the argument that in this case here, he kind of clearly outlines that, alright, his pursuit of a woman, not only any woman, he seems familiar to her. Not just a random hollering at a stranger. Don't do that. But here where the feminist fire come in this next line. She look innocent, but she know what she doing. Mohammed, you're on your own with that one. I'm joking. On a real, I think that he and the woman now are playing some way here. Actually, the female voices at that time of the song say, boy, come over. So she is teasing him and playing too. That's why he could say, you're looking innocent, but I know what you're doing because she in the game as well, and it kind of shows that they have a previous relationship. Then the final lines, I like this one, is not the pot on the fire, but the seasoning she put in. What a full circle moment. Is not the pot on the fire, which may be her anatomy, but instead is the seasoning, which to me is everything she did before that movement to become who she actually is. So he is totally captivated by the wholeness of this woman, not just what he's seeing in front of him. The seasoning is why it is putting the food before the food actually come to the table. So he interested in all of that, and that shows that he may have been connected to the woman for some time. So if you look at the entire pre-choruses, contrast and contrast, images juxtaposed next to each other to really set up the euphoria that Kaya expresses. That's why he born it out so. By the time they get to the part of the chorus that gives instructions, you know, you must do that in every soca song. Hold on. Right there. I love it. Right. The energy to me seems, it's an innocent play. It's he and the woman at play, and it seems so wholesome. The song don't even have vulgar word inside of it. You can't do the vulgar whine to that tune. It's real conservative. I could even hear that playing in a church. Not my church, but some other church. And that, my friends, is the end of the song. Like, I don't know what to say. I know the market demands less and less words, but Freetown, where the next verse, dog? Like, where the next verse? This song is absolutely beautiful. Give me just one more verse. I beg, not just to Freetown, but to every soca artist for 2027. Give me one more verse. I need it. Yo, listen, this is a magnificent love song with very concrete images, and I give it 8.5 out of 10 on the poetry scale. Yo, remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're on a go to the YouTube. We're going for 2,000 this season. 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, man. All inside. There we go.